I'm not going to get used to OBS for a while. It's going to take a bit, I'm afraid. Okay. Are we good? We're good. Alright, awesome. Let's check the options, because if you play it on easy or children mode, you don't get all the levels. I'm just going to play it on normal. B, drop kick, LR dash. Alright, this sounds good. It's alright, buddy. Hey, Phil, how you doing? Oh, dude, give me 1 second to subscribe to your channel, because I need to know when you go live. I have... No, that's not it. I had to add your channel. I've been meaning to watch you. Turn on notifications. There we go. Sweet. Oh, you've got notifications. It's even better. Wait, hold on. I don't want to unfollow. I want to follow. Good. Alright. Cool beans. Weeval's been, like, he talks about your stream all the time when I'm not watching, so I feel like I'm missing out. There we go. Oh, sweet, man. I am really looking forward to that. I love watching people play Super Mario 64. It's like 90% of what I do all day. This is a game I used to play a lot as a child. I remember we went on vacation. On our main vacation, we went to like a little cabin in the woods for, you know, a week. And they had a TV, so we brought our Super Nintendo, and I had no idea that we could like move the Super Nintendo like we did. We just played this all the time. I bet you are, actually. I mean, we make fun of you for Pokemon thing, but honestly, it's super fun. I love it. This is one of Konami's games, and it's a good game, because, you know, it's Konami. And honestly, this is in the era when basically there were like a handful of licensed games that were ass. This is not one of them. So you got your jump, you got a drop kick when you're in the air, or even when you're standing you can drop kick. Shit. And there's another thing you can do, and I'll show it off in a minute. Oh, dude, you're fine, really. There we go. I'm a little rusty, to be honest with you. The transparent carrots give you an extra heart container. The Go-Go Dodo statues, let's go to the Dodo, is actually not exclusive to Tiny Toon Adventures. Well, it fills up your dash meter. Which, you gotta wait if you miss. It will kill me in a little bit, I can guarantee you. Honestly, I don't think I've ever played a game quite like this one. Because there's a lot of vertical platforming, and that's kind of rare. Shit. Get ahead of myself. Nope. You always have just enough to help you get to the top of anything. And it's been a while since I watched Tiny Toons, but I'm going to point out a few things when I see them. This character is Arnold. He appears in exactly one cartoon. Whoa, whoa. Oh. There we go. Hold on. As long as you actually have a team in Pokemon, though, you're better than basically everyone who plays Pokemon. Like, the majority of people who play the game just have one Pokemon that they use the entire time. I mean, honestly, I did that until Pokemon Ruby. Oh, Buster, something terrible is happening. Dizzy is destroying the kitchen. So, yeah, Gen 1's a game where you can really get away with it, especially with how busted it is. No, Dizzy is Dizzy Devil. He's the Tasmanian Devil. Good question, though. It very well could have been. Also, he's a marsupial, so he actually is amniote, so never was an egg. This boss always killed me as a child. I could never figure it out. Also, like last time, you were using Kadabra. Kadabra being Psychic Attack was basically weak to butt all shit and nothing. So, you know, that definitely helped you out a little bit. Shit dang. Ah! I think he's got one more hit in him. Nope. What's wrong? Did you ever get Mewtwo? I wanted to see you catch Mewtwo, especially the time when you were using Kadabra. I was really invested in that one because I was actually watching it. Yeah, here we go. Zapdos is pretty awesome because it only has, like, one weakness. Have you done the Pokemon randomizer where it has everything up to Gen 6 in it? Because I found a Reggie still, like, on Route 2. I never did manage to catch it. Well, it is Gen 1. It's just randomized. With, like, Pokemon from everything. Alright, let's see what we get. After every stage, you get to do a bonus stage to get 1-ups. With any luck, the only place I'm going to need it is the football level, which is just the worst. But you never know. We'll see. Alright. If you think about it, you're basically playing a familiar game with Pokemon you never played. So that's kind of like a new thing, but also familiar. Okay, that's alright. I want the fucking Roadrunner. Baby Roadrunner. I don't know what his name is. Alright, alright. Alright, Sweetie Bird. Elmira would be nice. Alright. Alright, come on, Elmira. Oh, Montana Max? That doesn't do shit for me. Heck yeah. Like you said, you have to use the dash feature in this game. You have to use the dash feature in every level. It is the only way to play the game. Like, you have to know how to climb walls in the last level. You should have put this at the beginning of the first level, I guess. Alright, Montana Max. This is a really good stage. Probably the best designed in the entire game. Oh, right. Yeah, damn it. This is one of those games where if you defeat the enemy's item, like if they throw something at you, then they won't do it again until they respawn. Or until the thing you get disappears. No, except for this part. This part sucks ass. I could never do it as a kid because I had no rhythm. Still don't, but, you know. Aye. It's my first try this time. Damn it. Alright, I'm just gonna get out of here. I don't wanna lose and have to restart this entire area. The silver trophies give you 1 heart, if you're curious. Seems weird to put them right under chandeliers. I mean, worst comes to worst, you break even. That said, I think this game is better than the Animaniacs game on the Super Nintendo because it is easier to understand. I never managed to beat the Animaniacs game as a kid. Though, I did beat it as an adult, so I guess it counts for something. Here, though, is the fun part of this stage. And also the best part of Bubsy, the first Bubsy game, because he doesn't love trains, right? Ah, shit. Caught me off guard. I have never actually played Bubsy 3D, and I own it. I don't know why I haven't. And I've watched, like, basically every Lilia video on it. Oh, Lilia? It's one of the two. Okay, so that's the gold Go-Go the Dodo Statue. It makes you invincible for a limited time, and that's the only place in the entire game where it shows up. I have no idea why they included it as a thing just to put it here, unless they plan to do something else with it or do more with it. Think about it. You might actually like Bubsy on the Atari Jaguar. I never actually played it, but I have a friend who did. Fractured Furry Tales. Jesus Christ. There's a little bit of a delay when you start dashing, so it can fuck you up if you're not careful. At least I got those 1-ups. Okay, so what happened there was I jumped too early and I missed a Dodo Statue, which meant that I ran out of dash juice or whatever the hell it is. That's actually on my... That's on me, that's not Konami. I can't blame them for, you know... I can't blame the Yakuza on this one. That was totally my fault. I'm gonna not do that eventually. Again, that was my fault. It's like when you run out of dash juice, you just lose all momentum, which is not great game design, but I mean, I'll live. Really wish I hadn't lost that life on that net. If I'd been paying attention, I would have known what I was doing. Told you I wouldn't do that forever. Okay. In my defense, I didn't know that would happen. In fact, I don't think I've ever done that before. And considering I played this game religiously as a child, that's kind of impressive. Ah, damn it, damn it, damn it! I missed the Dodo Statue. And I gotta start back at the beginning. That sucks. You know, I'd like to see a speedrun of this game now that I think about it. So, I thought I'd like to see a speedrun of the Pokemon trading card game for Game Boy, and it was boring as hell, but this seems like the kind of game that might be fun. Shit. Yeah, it is a slow game. I will say that. Especially because to get more boosters, you have to beat people. And you get like 2 at a time. The sequel's even worse. You only get 1 booster pack per person in the sequel. So, you know, and it's really all about how fast you can build a Haymaker deck, honestly. It is for me. So, you know, there are optical trainers you can buy. Yeah, this is the Super Nintendo. In fact, I never played Tiny Toons on the Sega Genesis, so I'm not sure how that one is. I meant to buy it one time, but, oh, wait, he throws it at you impotently. No, we're already 24 minutes and 10 seconds into this, so I'm basically fucked. I didn't want to watch that later, though. I'm really curious. I'd like to know what their speedrun tactic for the football game is. I wonder if it's just, like, straight up cheating. That's what I would do. This is fortunately the only auto-scroller... No, I take it back. There's another auto-scroller part of the level, or the game. These are also one-off characters, and I honestly don't remember the cartoon they're from. You guys got a shirt that says Yell on it, like, did anyone tell Yell about this? They might have a lawsuit on their hands. This guy, another one-off character. Like, they dug deep for some of this shit, I will tell you what. Alright, this is the worst part of the whole game. No, I take that back, there's still the football level. But as a kid, this was just plain awful. Because there's that bit right there. Oh, Arnold came back, yay! This is more appearances than he actually had in the TV show, so good for him. Ah, fuck me. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it! Please don't start me back at the very beginning of the train. I don't know that I could have handled having to start the whole train section over. This is actually probably the longest level in the game. It sure feels like it. Mostly because it has a slow auto-scrolling area. But thematically, I think it works better than a lot of the later levels. Huh, they showed up twice last time, that's weird. Wonder if I did something to despawn them. That guy kinda looks like Daisuke Jigen, now I think about it. I like how they didn't even have like a stop pose for him. Like, he just keeps throwing nothing. That's some good programming there, guys. I gotta say, I respect that. I like how they reward you for skipping that train. By the way, I didn't do that. That was automatic. This is not as difficult as it looks. It's a lot of timing and stuff. It's not like as hard as Mario Maker, so. Just gotta try not to get left behind is all. Like that, where you get hit and it causes you to fall back, and this isn't like you can get a little bit off screen like you can in Mario. It's like as soon as you're halfway off screen, you're dead. Honestly, the exploding train's a pretty cool boss if you think about it. Let's not do that again, right? I will say this, as a kid, it started to understand why steam would hurt you. You know, in case you've never been scalded before. Makes a lot more sense now as an adult. My extra life, thank you very much. Gosh. This is all going to be a big cutscene, by the way. When I was a kid, I thought I was actually doing something to make this work. Like, I would just button mash, and I thought, oh my god, I'm not gonna do it, I'm not doing it, I'm so bad at this. But no, it's automatic, you don't have to do shit. Back to Future reference, that's on par for Tiny Toons. I will say this, when I went back and watched it again, I didn't watch all of it, but when I watched it again, it wasn't as good as I thought it was. I loved it a lot as a kid, though. I mean, they made the most out of having a train as a level. Oh, it is it? Okay. I actually didn't remember that. I'm glad you said something, because I was... Oh my god, this is the worst one. This is fucking Hype Mania. I fucking hate this one. This is the worst game that anyone has ever invented. You just... You'll see. Alright. Okay, that was actually fairly easy. Sometimes it just fucking sucks. Oh, you know, I should play Super Back to the Future Part 2 sometime. Love that game. Alright. Maybe I just hated it as a kid because I was stupid. Kids are stupid. Yeah, it's definitely an oblique reference. Oh, this is my second to least favorite level. It's not a badly designed level, it's just annoying. Yeah, this is the Castlevania level. It's not a bad level. There's like a lot of puzzles I didn't enjoy as a kid, so biased, I guess. Alright, so you got these balls that make you jump up and down and stuff. And if you touch the balls, it hurts you. Oh yeah, this is also one of those games where you get a health upgrade and it doesn't fill it in for you automatically. Like, but, oh yeah. The two-headed Frankenstein thing here. Character from one episode. In fact, I think everybody in this entire level that you're going to see is a character from one episode. But, I won't blame them for doing a good job with, you know, limited resources. I guess that would be the creature of Castlevania. Ah. Ah, I remember now. This one was a pretty good puzzle. And so now it's just, you know, physicsy. Of course it was for you could use it on this, you're supposed to think that's what you're supposed to use it for, but no. You want it to get the extra health upgrade. There might be, yeah, there's a buster up there, so, you know, you get to choose between that and an extra life. Got 9 right now. But, I'll live. Hampton set me up pretty good. I will give him that. I'm not going to shit talk him again, even if he's like Porky Pig, but more boring. Oh, I've seen this background used in Super Mario World ROM hacks. I don't think it's as effective in those games, but, you know. This vampire is from one episode. I'm sure I can kill him, come to think of it. Alright. This is the confusing part. I always hated as a kid. Shit. Great. Oh, I've done that better before, that's for damn sure. There's one place you could definitely screw up and have to basically die. I don't know how I managed to survive that. I definitely got very lucky. Shit! Damn it! Fuck me. Okay. I get a little antsy when I can't tell what I'm doing. Which, I mean, that's not really this game's fault. It's the Super Nintendo has it has a 240 aspect ratio, so you know, it's not really their fault. Really? How do I do that? Hold on. Actually, how do I broadcast options? 22 Adventures, Buster, Bust Loose. Well, I'll have to figure that out then, because I don't understand how to do that. Oh, we'll work on it. Okay. I'm really glad Hampton gave me new lines now. Oh boy. Hey. I made it without losing any hearts. That's incredible. That's cool. You know, that's what I wanted to do. That was entirely my plan. I wanted to lose an extra life just because, you know, it's you know, intimidation. I want to scare the computer. Oh, dry up. Oh, I beat him. Okay, well, let's, oh, he's gone. Well, then I'm going to try and wrap this up, and we'll save our stage and come back to it another night, I think. That was neat. They just spawned him completely. That's, not something I had expected, but okay. I'll take it. You know, I will say this. It was nice getting to know Phil. I've had it. I've been mean to him before because he's kind of a jerk, but I'm also kind of a jerk, so that's not really an excuse, is it? Anyway, I don't know. I'm gonna try to be a better person and not as much of an asshole in the future. So it's a work. It's a work in progress. I mean, because the thing is, I don't really hate anyone, you know? And not liking someone is a lot of work. And it doesn't really accomplish anything. It just makes you feel bad. And probably them. And so, you know, work on being a better person. Oh, hey, Babs. Also, the mad scientist, you better believe he's a character from one episode of Tiny Toons. He's actually a lot scarier in the cartoon. Can't remember why though. It's been a while. Yes, that's great. I actually did see that when I was a kid. So when they banned it, I was like, you know, I didn't start drinking because of them. But it was always funny whenever like someone would tackle a topic about like don't do this, and parents would get outraged and whatnot. Be like, no, if they see cartoon characters doing it, they're going to want to do it themselves. It's like Pete the cat from Disney has been smoking for decades, and I don't think anyone started smoking because of him. I was very surprised if anyone did. Darn it. Really glad I got all those heart containers. Jesus Louise. I will say the boss music is not particularly suitable for this particular theme. Really? 10 hits? Good lord. Oh, 11. Oh, wait, I guess it might have been 10, but that still seems like it was a lot. Alright. Let's hope I do pretty good this time because the next level's going to suck ass. I'm really not looking forward to it. Okay, Hampton. Did alright last time. Let's see how we do this time. Yep. Hey, I think I did it. Maybe I am getting good at this game. Maybe it doesn't suck all the ass like I said when I was 10. Alright. Yep, this one sucks. So this is the football level. I'm wondering if that joke was better in Japanese because I never understood it in English. Yes, if Bo Jackson was in this game, that would be perfect. I've got 11 lives to make a touchdown, so... Alright, 7 yards and the run. He says he's a substitute player. I don't get it. Alright, first down. Shit, yeah. Okay. Ah, damn it. If I hadn't jumped as high, I would have got it. And while I can pass it, I honestly never could figure out how to catch it as a kid, and I don't really trust myself at like 1 a.m. to figure it out. Each of those stars, by the way, is how many yards over 10 that I managed to get, I think. That's how I have it calculated anyway. Oh! I have to catch this one. Damn it! I figured there's no time like the present to get good at something. I have played it before, but I did not play it very much. I'm gonna have to play it again sometime. So I can make about 8 yards if I pass. Okay. We're gonna run it, and if I suck a lot of ass, we will pass. So far, though, I seem to be doing pretty good. I've made up 15 yards running without having to worry too much. I'm gonna pass and give it a shot. Yeah, about 8 yards is what you get every single time. Okay. Oh, that was pretty good. I still think that, from a design perspective, this is a weak part of the game. I need 1 yard pass. So let's pass and see if I can do a little bit better. I would ideally like this part of the game to be over. Alright. When I was a kid, I used to use my Game Genie to skip this level. Alright, first and goal. Let's, we're gonna pass, because I'll get it at the goal, so... all I actually have to do is catch it once. Thank God. So the next level is... oh, I guess we got to do this first. I kind of want Babs, actually. Babs is fun. Oh, I hate this one. Basically, this is a squash or tennis in a room. I never really felt like tennis games worked very well in 2D because of the depth perception required. This game is a lot less forgiving than the others too, so there's that. Incidentally, the NES Tiny Toons game, Furball's probably the best character to play as, at least I think so. Honestly, I just kind of want this to be over. Like, I'm doing this for one life. Like, screw that. Honestly, just assuming the next level, this is just a waste of time. I wish I could have done Babs. Babs is a fun one. Yep, okay, so this level, is, Oh yeah, Calamity Coyote doesn't speak like Wile E. Coyote, even though Wile E. Coyote definitely speaks several times. So he holds up a sign. Anyway, this level will be skipped if you choose Child. I have no idea why. This isn't a particularly hard level. It's actually probably the most fun level in the game. It's my favorite. Maybe it is hard for kids, though. I mean, this is basically just that log thing, a bunch. Shit. I mean, poop. The way they had spaced them was, you know, so you see what happens first before you jump on them, but, like, you already knew. So I just, like, yeah, alright, let's jump on them. Unironically, I agree with you. I think that, there is a lower difficulty in games these days. I wonder, though, that... Okay, so I don't really blame kids, because I don't think it's their fault, and I really don't know if I blame developers. It might be developers' fault. They may make the games easier so the kids will do stuff or play them, but it could also just be that the techniques that were first pioneered in these games were expanded on. Well, about that, that's true to a degree. Although, okay, so you have like Super Mario Brothers, which is not a terribly hard game after you've practiced it a lot, but it has stuff like, you know, no continues and so many lives. The arbitrary difficulty was basically to make sure that you would have to play it a number of times equal to how much you would have spent on it in the arcade, I guess. Like, if you can beat, you know, Adventure immediately in the first sitting, you know, and you've paid $60 for it in 1978 money, then it kind of makes you feel like you got a little ripped off. So, you know, I get it. We're all Sonic the Hedgehog now. This is technically the boss of the stage, but there's actually a bit after that, which is why it's playing boss music. Damn it! I don't know what happened. I had to check my input. Multi-Koopa said he was having some issues with his input on his show. Wait, no. Multi-Koopa? Was it Weavile? Actually don't remember. Anyway. I forgot to get my brain meds refilled, so I'm feeling a little foggy, so, it was Multi-Koopa, he uses 8-bit Dough as well, so it, would directly affect me, so that's what I'm using. Really? I thought I saw him in the topic the other day, the Nintendo topic. All right, I got the spec script. So if you don't play this level, then how does the next episode happen? I deserve that. But I really appreciate this level having like an escape. And here we are on the... Oh, right. Gotta do a bonus game again. I want to get Babs. I want to show Babs is off. Sweetie Bird sucks. It's like weights in there. No. It's sort of like a versus game. Alright, Hampton's fine, yes. At the very least, so I decide I don't want to bother with it, I can, like, lose it out really quick. No, this is, I can't remember the original game, but basically he walks, I can make him move faster. Yeah, oh yeah, I make him walk slower or faster, based on whether or not I hold the button. Actually, he can't beat the level if you don't do that. He will time out. In fact, I never could figure that out as a kid. When the one time I got it right, I couldn't figure out why I still lost. This was one of the first... this entire level is based on one of the Season 1 episodes of Tiny Toons. Pretty fun, actually. Okay. Let's try not to do that again. Well, Hampton saved my butt again, I guess. Huh. Well, that alert is. Shoot. So, my parents went on vacation a couple of days ago. Yeah, they saved me bacon. God, that's terrible, Phil. Okay, I don't know how to stop any other way. Anyway. Okay. That hitbox is janky. Anyway, they sent me a selfie from Mount Rushmore, saying hanging out with the boys. And I'm like, please stop, Mom. Friggin' ninja robots. Oh, heck yeah. You know, it's really weird, because I think this is one of those games where if you're off screen for long enough, the enemies will respawn. But if you've ever played like Super Mario World and gone all the way to the end of the level and then back, and you'll know, or the way to the back to the beginning of the level after you've left, you know this. The enemies don't respawn unless you like go on a pipe or something. And it's just a quirk of how they programmed it to like keep track of all the enemies on the screen, but a lot of games don't do that. So like, what am I doing wrong here? Now, what I have to do, just don't know how to do it. Okay, got it. I'll try not to die before I get to the next area. But I think there's a, yeah, carrot over here. Or, I guess, carrot trophy. This one. Alright. Now, the interesting thing about, Super Mario World remembering where all the enemies is that's what allows for arbitrary code execution in the game, because it remembers like explicitly what state the enemy was in, where it was, and they when I say they, I mean like two people who are really good will use that to write code. Okie-doke. This always killed me as a kid. I was not good enough to do this. When you have a Game Shark, anything's possible. So, you know, there's that. Okie doke. Could have done with one less hit, I guess. But hey, alright, we're here again. Ah, damn. Get. there we go. Get my hit back, that's nice. Ooh. Got that one close. Huh. That makes sense that they would be controlled by where I was on the map, but I actually didn't know that. It's all good. Oh yeah, this one's a fun bit. Give me 1 second, I got a toenail that's giving me crap. Alright. Prepare to see Super Mario Galaxy. Look at that! Oh my god, the gravity flip. That's a thing no one has ever done before, except for Kids for the NES. Fun game, by the way. They really went out of their way to make that a good game. You can. I don't think you have to. Though I think it does detect whether or not you're eating Burger King. So don't do that. Ah. Well, this is fun. It's a hard course, easy course. I ain't no pussy. Okay. So, that'll happen to you if you get trapped in one of those barrels. Trying to remember where all the Go-Go Dodo switches are. Oh shit. Oh, being poop. Darn it. Alright, well. That'll reset my health at least. I got like 12 lives left. I really have no idea how I had so much trouble with this game as a kid that I ever played it on children's mode. Interestingly enough, there actually is a I'm reasonably certain you could beat this film. If you can beat Pokemon, you can probably beat this game. Darn it. Alright. No, you do that because you have a brand. I mean, that's why anyone does anything, is to, like, rep their brand. Like, they're like, oh yeah, I watch Phil, he's that guy that plays Pokemon. I actually don't remember what happens next other than the boss. might actually be nearly done with this. Oh man, love Sonic 2. I didn't have a Genesis growing up, but I am baller at that game. Ah. I don't know what I gotta do now. Kinda. Nope. Oh, those are, I didn't actually have a Genesis. I just played it at, like, friends' houses, and at the barber shop had one. I don't know why. And I say I beat it, but I also knew the codes, so it's, like, kind of cheating. On the other hand, there aren't any rings in Death Egg Zone, so I technically did do that all by myself, but I didn't get there on my own. I don't know if you can see that, but those are ducks that are, they have big brains. They all look like Plucky, and they're based on the, I can't remember their names. They're the creatures from the very first episode of Star Trek, the original series. It's frozen? It looks like it's streaming on my end. I'm gonna try refreshing. Yes, the Telosians, that's correct. So you are a man of culture, I see. Oh, good. I was watching, the original series on, I don't know if it was Netflix or if it was on, whatever. And they start with the Chris Pike version of it, which is cool. I guess they kind of worked that into being the beginning of the series or something. Oh, golly. Alright. I don't understand how these stormtroopers take more than one hit. They're not, like, particularly strong. They're just annoying because they get in the way. They stop and they look around, and it stops you from progressing. They don't even actively attack you. I don't know what the deal is. Right, I didn't know that. But, you know, because they didn't, like, have everything figured out. They had a female first officer because, you know, they were progressive, and the studio was like, no, you can't do that. Like, oh no, a woman in a position of power, we can't do that. Like, it's okay to have all these different races mixing together. We can't have people in power. It's dumb. Luckily, there's this here. I never managed to finish watching all of TOS, I have to admit. That is a personal failure of mine, something that I'll probably live with until I actually finish watching all of it. Right, those things. Nor have I finished Deep Space Nine yet. Oh no, it's Duck Vader. I'll tell you something about Duck Vader at the end. Because it's a spoiler for the game. Oh my god, I love Orville. Are you in the Orville topics? Well, I mean, they haven't had one since the show went on hiatus, but love the Orville. At first, I was really skeptical of it because it felt like, oh no, they're gonna just do like Family Guy. But I saw there was a Trojan horse to get like a real Star Trek show into production. Gotta give them props for that. That was clever of them. This is probably the easiest boss in the game. I just did him 3 times in a row. Okay, I will say that they earned that. You know, I would have been like, oh my god, I can't believe they're doing I'm making fun of myself with that voice. I'd have been like, that would have been fun, more, you know, action porn. Can't wait, but they had earned it. I appreciated it, and they, you know, gave us enough episodes that weren't like that, so, you know. Plus, I will say that the Avis people, the Krill, are pretty interesting. Oh, how you doing, Carrion Trooper? Oh yeah, so, in the cartoon, Duck Vader is not Plucky Duck, just to let you know. Anyway, this is a fun game you can beat in about an hour, 25 minutes. I am not surprised that you gave me, 25 minutes, or 24 minutes for the, that's true, it is his father, for the, world record. Is not particularly hard. You know, I'm really glad I played this game. I haven't played it in a long time, and it's, not Animaniacs hard, that's dang sure. Oh. Well, it's probably something around there. I don't think this is one of those games that's particularly highly raced. You know, American cartoons have always been pretty popular in Japan. They have Westaboos, you know? Which, you know, makes sense. I don't know, I'm not an anime guy, so, you know, this is probably something we all could answer a little bit better. I just like cartoons in general, and if it's something I enjoy, it's something I enjoy, and if it's not, it's not, but... I mean... it's not like the studios were any different. They were using the same animation studios that Japan was using for their anime, so... Yeah, Steven Spielberg probably... Yeah, I guess he probably does. I'm hoping the next season of Animaniacs has Slappy back. I don't really care too much about all the other guys, but I'm really hoping for that. And we'll see about the Tiny Toons sequel. I don't know how it's going to be, but you never know. Yeah, and you. When I saw that when I was a kid, I was like, oh my god, me? I helped make this happen? Oh my! It was fun. The next season should be next year, I think, 2022. I'll have to look it up. I'll let you know on the end of the internet. I like Chicken Boo in principle. I think that, oh, is it 2021? Awesome. I'm really looking forward to that now. I think that Chicken Boo should have been done in a different way. Like, if I were doing Chicken Boo in 2021, here's what I would do. He is a chicken wearing a human disguise, but he's not fooling anyone. But there's just this one rude butthole who absolutely can't stand that no one's acknowledging that he's actually a chicken. I think that would be very funny. I think that's very 2020, very modern. That was good. Well, I need to take my medicine. Yeah, me too. I'll put Animaniacs on while I'm talking. I'm not going to play it, but we'll put it on. It is pretty well done. I wish that they had brought back some of the old writers, because that is the poop-colored stain on what is otherwise a really, really good show that they didn't bring back any of the writers. And even Sharon Stone, Sharon Stoner, who is like one of the most brilliant comedians of the 90s, I think. Well, she voiced Slappy the Squirrel, so that's how I remember her. And, so that's why Slappy wasn't there, is because they didn't bring her back on. Honestly, I think the reason they didn't was because they didn't have the budget to, but maybe they will. Maybe they will this time. Maybe they'll be like, yeah, we should have done that the first time. Oops. Maybe I'll play this game sometime. It's fun, but it's very hard. There's like a good ending and a bad ending. You have to like collect all the scripts. Then you do a boss rush. Then you fight Pinky and the Brain. The Genesis version's a lot more clear cut, but I really like this one better. Well, I will agree with that, but I still like Slappy as a character. I thought she was funny, inherently, you know? Like, I'd never seen the Goodfellas either, but I like the Goodfellas. These days, I think that's probably a little dated. I can see not bringing them back as a segment. No one liked Hip Hippos. Buttons and Mindy kind of ran its course pretty quick. What am I thinking of? What's that other one? Katie Kaboom. Not very funny. It's like, oh, what's the joke? She's a teenager. Okay. But it is still something I appreciate a lot. Well, I need to take my medicine. I got a doctor's appointment. Well, it's not in the morning, but it's around noon. So I need to get a move on. I'll upload this to YouTube. Phil, I'm glad to have you here, even if you were like one of 2 people who showed up. It's been nice talking to you. Yeah, man. Let me know. I got an alert set up for streaming because you've got over 50 followers now, so I get to do that. I'm pretty happy about that because you're fun to watch. But man, I'll see you later. And to everybody watching this on the VOD, if you like this video, like, share, subscribe, hit that bell icon for notifications. Slam my advertisers. I don't have them, but I'm sure you saw an ad. Go hit them up. They probably paid money to be in there. Check all the check boxes on your EULAs. Have a good one, Phil, and everybody else.